Right, I think you guys can get started.
All right, so good afternoon, one half of the world, good morning, another half of the world, probably. So thanks for connecting to our session. My name is Alexei, and I'm Sitecore MVP, Sitecore consultant at Brimit.
My name is Andrei, Sitecore Commerce MVP and lead developer working for Brimit also.
So we work at Brimit, and today we are going to talk about marketing automation in Sitecore Commerce latest and greatest version 9.3, which was released a few months ago. So let's move ahead.
Sitecore released new commerce version 9.3 with a lot of improvements, a ton of scalability and performance improvements, new features for business tools like a possibility to search for promotions, price cards, added paging to the display list of promotions, coupons, inventory sets, orders, and so on. Added the ability to extend the end date for active promotions. We also get massive storefront and SXA improvements, like a generic commerce search results component that can list product cards with price and stock information based on dynamic queries. This is the first SXA component built and released using a Scribe template. There are some deployment improvements. Also, a new release also brought new and improved marketing automation features. And this is what we are going to cover in this session today.
So before we move on to marketing automation and commerce features and how they combine, we need to highlight on new marketing automation feature released in Sitecore 9 Experience platform. In general, it is the ability to enroll contacts from a segmented list on schedule. You can have contacts enrolled daily at a specific time of the day. You can have interval set to weekly or monthly and set specific date and time. So consider a scenario where your contacts trigger some goals and you schedule them to receive a recurring email campaign as part of your nurture program. This feature can also be utilized in your commerce automation campaigns, obviously. So scheduled enrollment option is enabled for entry condition. And at the moment, you can only enroll contacts from a segmented list. The workaround to enroll contacts from a contact list, if you need, is to create a segmented list with condition where contact is a member of a contact list, and that's it. So you are practically not limited with just segmented list if you want to enroll contacts based on schedule. Emails is one of the primary channels for all automations out of the box available in Sitecore Commerce and in general in Sitecore. And so it comes with a number of predefined DXM templates. We will get started with recommended products template introduced in Commerce 9.3, which is available for both regular and automated campaigns. There is great video from Sitecore Virtual Developer Day available on Master Sitecore YouTube channel. And there you can learn the basics and how you can get started setting up EXM campaigns and setting up marketing automations. And in our presentation, we will try to get into some details and options for customizations and extensions.
Here you can see EXM template for recommended products email, which contains a new component email product recommendations. Recommended products are determined based on the purchase history and the relationships defined in the catalog, or a list of products returned when running a query against the catalog. In the next slides, we will demonstrate the algorithm. The data source template for this component contains 4 parameters. The first one is just a product page link text. The second one is products query, which support the use of SXA scopes to build your custom queries for the component. You can leave this query field empty, and so Sitecore will recommend product based on the last order placed by customer for automated email campaign or purchase history for regular email campaign. You also have an option to control the number of products in the email by max number of recommended products field. The first one is related products field name, the name of the relationship field as defined in the catalog and exposed in content where the recommended products are stored and retrieved from. Let's see how products query works. For example, let's say we have a number of products tagged with Black Friday, and we want to promote such products in the email. We can build query with search scope, where one of the query parameters is SXA content equal to Black Friday. The reason we use SXA content field for text search is that out of the box, products do not have separate field for text in the index. So we can use SXA content field for search. As you can see, product ID matches from the search results and from the product definition in catalog.
I think this is where marketers will need some support from developers to get the query set up.
Probably. A bit more details about search scopes. You can define scope queries that target site page, promoted products, related products, products in the current category, or the entire site, including both page and catalog items. Sitecore provides a number of default commerce storefront site search scopes like category scope, habitat catalog scope. However, you can create custom commerce search scopes based on your requirements using search syntax.
So let's take a closer look at how recommendation engine works. This logic is implemented in get recommended products pipeline. And basically the logic is built to recommend products personalized based on customer purchase history. So first, Sitecore will try to pull last order products for a specific customer using from order processor. This will apply to automated email templates where order ID is available as a parameter. Products from last order will be used by recommended products provider to build recommended products list. Otherwise, Sitecore will run the query defined in the rendering data source, and matching products will be added to the recommendation list by passing the recommended products provider. And finally, Sitecore will search for the last customer order in the purchase history. This step will apply to regular email campaigns if query is not defined in the rendering parameters. If enough products are resolved using one of the processors, Sitecore will stop running this pipeline. If there are no products resolved for a specific customer, Sitecore will add a do not send HTML markup to the rendering so that such customer will not receive an empty email. And this is also a place where you can add your own processor, your own implementation for recommended products. As a fallback, you could possibly promote top selling products. So let's say we have 4 products selected as a result of from order processor, and the following products are available as related products. so that for product 1 we have 3 related products, product 2 we have 2 related products, and so forth. So recommended products are selected from the related products relationships for each product in a round-robin fashion until the max number of products is reached. In case max number of products is set to 4, the following products will be recommended. And in case max number of products is equal to 6, we get 2 extra products added to the recommendation list. It is also possible to customize recommended products provider, and we will have a quick demo for this in a few moments. So Andrei demonstrated a scenario where we searched for products using Black Friday tag. And this is where purchase history is not really taken into account. So we simply use the query to pull the products tag with Black Friday. So let's assume we have a more advanced scenario where we need to pull Black Friday tagged products based on purchase history. Now let's consider, now this is where we will need to, instead of using from query processor, we will need to let Sitecore process products from last order, and we will need to override or implement our own recommended products provider, which will basically do the job to filter products based on tags. So we start with customer products, and then we find related products filtered by specific tag. So Andrei can now demonstrate this implementation.
Let's say we want to extend recommended products algorithm and send to the customer recommended products which have marked with tag. First of all, we need to create a custom rendering parameters template with a tag field. Then we need to select this template for email product recommendation rendering in parameters template field. For example, I will show you how it works in email experience manager. This is our email product recommendations rendering, and we extended it with one custom property like a tag. Here we can just put Black Friday tag, something like that. So email product recommendation uses email recommended products repository, which we need to inherit and implement our custom get products item ID list. As we already extended rendering with possibility to provide a tag, now we need to extend get recommended products args and initialize it with a tag property. In the last step, we need to inherit order-based recommended products provider and customize logic to select recommended products by tag. So it's just basically filtering products by text field.
All code snippets or code samples will be shared at the end of the presentation from Andrei's GitHub account, just in case someone want to make use of the same logic. Right, so we're getting close to marketing automation, but not there yet. It is important to mention that with Sitecore Commerce 9.3, we have a new contact facet introduced called Commerce Interaction Cache. And this facet has a lot of valuable information about customer cart, customer orders, products visited, categories visited. And to make use of this data, Sitecore also introduced Contact Commerce Interaction Provider, which is just a quick way to get access to the data. Andrei can now demonstrate the contents of Commerce Interaction Cache facet so that you get an idea of the data available there. And we also have a demo for condition based on this Commerce Interaction Provider, Contact Commerce Interaction Provider.
Let's close a look into Commerce Interaction Cache. It contains info about content abandoned carts, orders, visited categories, and visited products. Abandoned carts stores some information regarding contact abandoned carts, like cart lines, adjustment, etc. Orders stores information regarding customer contact purchases, something similar to cars, but with extension like order ID, tracking number, etc. And visited categories and visited products contains navigation history through catalog by contact, product name, parent category ID, currency code, etc. Also, how we can use in custom condition this provider. Basically, we created custom condition for get where customer order has product with name. So it uses icon commerce interaction provider, which we inject in the constructor, and then we just filter in order cut lines by product name. Contact search query still using commerce interactions cache. This is how our we have built segmented list with this rule where contact purchased habited television. So we have 3 contacts who purchased this product.
Okay. So when you work with marketing automation in Sitecore, it is important to understand some basics on how contacts get enrolled in automation plans. Sitecore comes with 3 enrollment modes defined as re-entry mode in the automation plan definition. Single enrollment is not really used by Sitecore out of the box, but you can make use of it to sort of limit the number of enrollments to 1. Multiple enrollments mode can be managed from marketing automation UI and can be used to set the number of enrollments to unlimited or limited to a number. And these properties are available in the UI, and we are also highlighting it in the automation plan definition. The third mode is multiple concurrent enrollments, and it can only be set in the automation plan definition field. It is not possible to set this mode in the UI, and we will get back to this mode in a few moments. So we finally get to one of the automation campaigns, which is new order placed campaign. And this automation plan is available out of the box. And this campaign is aimed to notify customer about order placed and follow up in 2 weeks with product recommendations. So out of the box, you get this automation plan, and you will need to complete configuration for it. You will need to create 2 email emails in EXAM in advance, and then you will need to assign it to the automation plan. So the first email here is to send new order placed email, and the next email, which is sent in 14 days, is product recommendations email. You can also change this automation plan and invite customer to provide feedback about products purchased and so forth. But this is what you get out of the box. And again, setting this is easy and straightforward, and you can find this information and steps to set up this campaign on Sitecore Master YouTube channel. So this is what the order placed automated email will look like. And basically we get order cart lines and order summary, shipping and billing information, all available in this email template. This campaign runs in re-entry mode equal to 2, which is multiple concurrent enrollments. And it means the same contact can be enrolled in this plan multiple times simultaneously. It is pretty standard for some customers to place multiple orders while enrolled to the same plan, and this mode allows to enable such behavior. In order to handle it, Sitecore requires a key to distinguish multiple enrollments, and such key is implemented out of the box in Context Key Factory Provider. And if we take a closer look to implementation, we can see that order ID is used to distinguish between two contacts within the same marketing automation plan. We also have a new activity type added for commerce automations, which is send commerce email. Although UI looks the same and similar, identical to send to regular send email activity type, it will also include shop name and order ID as parameters sent to EXAM via message bus. So if you are going to build your own automation plans and your own email templates for commerce campaigns, remember this activity type will be helpful to get order context within the email. Another campaign available out of the box is abandoned cart campaign. And the purpose of this campaign is to re-engage with the customer who has visited your store but did not make a purchase. Once contact is enrolled, marketing automation will basically wait for 1 day to make sure the cart is not manipulated. And if the shopping cart was not manipulated for 1 day, we check if the cart is already empty. Then we check if contact has email, and we will finally we can finally send an abandoned cart email message, which is again available out of the box, and you just need to complete configuration for this marketing automation plan. Another activity type added to marketing automation with commerce is raise abandoned cart event. It will simply create a synthetic interaction and will get abandoned cart event triggered as part of this interaction. So this information may get helpful for additional personalization scenarios and reporting. So this is what the abandoned cart email will look like, and it will pretty much remind the contact about products left in the cart.
One more improvement in Sitecore Commerce 9.3 is support for abandoned cart for anonymous contact. When customer adds some products to the cart and performs checkout, we don't know his email address yet. Customer will require to provide his email address on the billing page, and this is where his contact information is captured. This email address is stored on the shipping cart. It's automatically set as a preferred email address on the contact in XDB. Set Anonymous preferred email processor is responsible to do this job as a part of update cart pipeline. Since we already know contact email, it makes it possible to push abandoned cart email notification to the customer and remind him to finalize an order.
All right, so let's consider a more advanced scenario for abandoned cart email. So let's say we want to send an email offering free shipping if order cart value is under $100 US, and if the order is between 100 and 500, we will want to offer 5% discounts using public coupon code. And finally, if the order is above 500, we will want to offer a 10% discount with private coupon code. So this is where we will need to customize the abandoned cart marketing automation. And we will also need to create 3 emails, each email sending different promotion code. And in order to establish this logic in marketing automation plan, we will also need to add a condition to check the cart value. And this condition is not available out of the box, and Andrei can demonstrate the implementation for this condition and the plan itself.
This is our marketing automation custom abandoned cart plan. So we use the plan available out of the box and extended it with new condition to check shopping cart total amount. This is where we use our condition first time, and we use the same condition again in the decision point. This is where we can direct contact to the desired email notification. Now let's see the implementation for this custom condition. We created custom cart amount condition, which looks like this. So it's just checking interactions for commerce events for cart manipulation, like lines removed from cart, lines updated on cart, page event. So then we're just searching for this events row interactions, and interactions provide the possibility to get cart from the event, and then just search searching for comparing the total amount of cart.
We could also make use of contact commerce interactions provider in this case, and just instead of evaluating all the interactions and interactions data, we could just get abandoned cart information straight out of this provider and reduce the amount of code. We just wanted to demonstrate different approach pulling the data for your conditions. Again, the source code will be shared once we finish the presentation. So let's consider another scenario where we will possibly want to send an email once the order is shipped, so that we can notify customer and share the tracking number. So this is what the architecture for Sitecore Experience Platform, Sitecore Commerce, and XConnect and Experience Database looks like. And we just took this image from Sitecore documentation. And we can simplify this to show the relationships between the three major elements of the platform. So Experience Platform can use and can connect to the Experience Commerce and is also connected to Experience Database and XConnect. However, there is no relationship between Experience Commerce and XConnect. So if we have shipping data available in Experience Commerce databases, out of the box, there is no way to bring this data to marketing automation, which is part of XConnect services, so that we can trigger email campaign or marketing automation campaign and send order shipped email notification.
So we have Commerce Engine and its databases storing order and fulfillment information. When order is in a released state, we can use released orders minion pipeline to register an order for shipping with a shipping provider. As a result, we can update physical fulfillment component data with shipping information and tracking ID. Now we need to make tracking ID available for automation. We have several options. We can make a call to Marketing Automation Operations API with custom properties, including order ID and tracking ID. And we can also register this information in message bus. Both options are not available out of the box and will require additional efforts for implementation. Once data is with marketing automation, it can further be used for email notification.
So when you make a call from Commerce to XConnect, you will also need to supply email address, obviously, and it's not really nice, but email will have to be used as an identifier. And luckily in XConnect, we have Commerce Connect identifier, which also has customer email address. So we can make use of email address to sort of find the right contact and process marketing automation for this contact. And once order tracking information is available in marketing automation, it can further trigger email from email campaign manager. So this is more like a theoretic scenario, and we don't have implementation for this. This is where we wanted to demonstrate that there are some challenges available if you want to integrate data from commerce with marketing automation, unless this data was already provided by Sitecore Experience Platform as part of the customer journey, browsing orders, making purchases, and so forth. But if the data comes from, if the data is available in Commerce Engine, it is not out of the box to get this data to the marketing automation. So looks like we finished ahead of time, and thank you for attending our session. The source code for all code snippets provided will be available on the GitHub project by Andrei. And to give you a quick recap, Sitecore Commerce 9.3 comes with a number of well-functioning marketing automation features, and they are all available out of the box. And just like any other Sitecore feature, you can customize, you can extend the logic and behavior, and it's all very flexible. And we haven't experienced any issues or any problems setting up automation campaigns, testing them, triggering, overriding the behavior, and enabling additional configurations. So we have like extra time for questions.
Yeah. Any questions, guys? Maybe you answered it way too nicely. I'd see no questions. And then, so the code is available on that GitHub repo, Alexei?
That's right, yes. So all code snippets, all samples we demonstrated are available there.
Okay, awesome.
And the presentation will also be shared somehow.
Yeah, I'll gather all the slide decks after this, and then we can put them up. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks a lot. Stay safe.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Rob, are you on the GoToWebinar? I see him on. All right, so while we wait, let me just pause the recording 1 second.
I'll join you so you're not lonely.
Thank you. I don't like being lonely.
Somebody needs to be a friend.
Absolutely. All right. Now someone asked a question, Dan Solovich. Jeez.
Find them on
Andrei,
Slack and ask them
are
there.
you still on? And
Let me
Alexei?
check. Yeah, Andrei's on.
Yeah. So Dan
Yes,
asks, is the connection between engine and the marketing automation on the roadmap? I don't know if, Dan, you mean roadmap of Sitecore or roadmap for these guys to implement it in the future. But either way, do you know either or, Alexei?
I think the approach Sitecore takes is to make experience platform, which is this element on the left, to coordinate the integration between experience commerce and XConnect. So going back to this order ship scenario, you could have some endpoint that will get the order shipped information from let's say shipping provider, and then it can push this information to experience commerce and XConnect simultaneously. So experience platform will possibly coordinate the data between XDB and experience commerce, but I'm not sure what exactly Sitecore plans are.
Yeah, no, makes sense. Wish we had some Sitecore commerce architects on call so we can ask them the question. Any other questions, guys, before these guys drop off on the previous session for marketing automation for Sitecore Experience Commerce?
Hi there.
Who was that?
Alexei, that's me.
Hey, Rob.
Hey.
Woo-hoo. Hey.
I was listening all along. I just had my mic out and I was just doing some last preparations. So.
Oh, no, no worries. Thank you.
Okay, give me a few more minutes.
Sure.
In 2 minutes I'm back online. Yes.
Yep, you have plenty of time. You have another 10 minutes.
Yeah, I see it. Okay, cool. I'll
Cam,
speak to you.
we can't hear you if you're speaking, Cam.
Ah, okay. I said he's got 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Got 20 minutes, so it's fine.
Nice. All right. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, comments, general stuff you want to talk about, ask Ben any questions, feel more than free to ask questions in the question section.
I want to know how Ben looks so youthful and handsome all the time.
I always say that he thinks I am always giving him crap for it, but I'm like, I wish I looked like Ben.
Working with Alexei, he's so much fun. It keeps me young.
Yeah, sure. So
I work with Akshay. I don't know, it's a lie.
I don't think
you
you'd
look
say
pretty
the
young
same
too. It works.
I'm only 21.
So we have about 2,271 euros for the COVID-19 Solidarity Fund. Again, guys, we can't stress enough how much this will help the doctors, nurses, EMTs, anyone in the health field. As you know, they are having to take the brunt of it, dealing with sick people and things like that. So any little bit helps. You don't have to donate hundreds of dollars. If you can, great. If you can't, even a small amount of donation would help and go a really long way. So we really appreciate all your donations, and please go ahead and donate as much as you possibly can to this great cause.
Yeah, we need to probably accelerate the donations here. We're over halfway through this thing, but we got a ways to go towards our goal.
Yeah.
So we've got close to 2,000 people registered for this conference, last I heard. So, I mean, if everybody just donates a little bit, we should be able to easily hit that goal. So please go on and give what you can.
Yeah. And then also we have a break room. Do not share this slide on any social channels just because we don't want unwanted guests. But you're more than welcome to hang out there. If you hear silence and people chatting about in the chat box, shouldn't stop you from opening your mic and reaching out to people and seeing what they think of the conference, anything about a specific session you could chat to them about, pester them about donations like we are to you, and get those donation rates up. Again, at some point we had over 300 people on the conference, which is great. So far, we're more than halfway through. So the next session is Rob's data privacy and Sitecore.
And Rob's is always a good session too, so.
Yes. Oh, there you go. He's got the snap camera. I was trying to avoid mine. You don't want to see me like a Smurf. Or maybe you do.
Yeah, we're going.
And also as a note, if you have questions during the session, please do add them to the question panel as and when you see them or want them, rather than waiting towards the end, especially after the speakers are no longer available. It'd be difficult for us to reach them. All right.
Also join the SUGCON channel on the Slack. There's quite a number of people on there chit-chatting away. Usual, it's pretty busy in there.
Rob's still trying to get on, I see. Do we have SUGCON beers? No, we do not. I wish we did. We could have a virtual SUGCON beer, depending on what time of the day you are in. It's too early for us.
Yeah, definitely too early for us. I think it's fine for Bart.
I had some SUGCON beer when we got started yesterday.
Late afternoon for him. I think he can. Maybe later on this evening we can. For us anyway, we can grab a few SUGCON beers towards the end.
SUGCON coffee right now.
Yeah. There you go.
I think it's probably time for Rob to have some SUGCON beers right before his talk.
Is that why you snuck
No,
off?
no, not yet, but it's like, yeah.
After.
Well, it's 4 o'clock now, so over here. So when my session's finished, it's 5 o'clock. Could be.
And then George has a nice martini. Looks like a chocolate martini. George Taka. Nice. What else, Rob? How's everything with you?
I'm fine. Yes. I'm curious if the GoToWebinar will play nice with me with the videos I have, but for more, I'm just.
Oh yeah, did you figure out is that
yeah,
working? So is the system audio as well as your mic as one source?
No, well, yeah and no, but because it is working, but I have to switch input devices, but I can do that in GoToWebinar. So in my test run, I installed it myself, and it seemed to work, but well, we'll see.
Okay, yeah.
I think the video should be fine. It seems to be a little bit slow with the animations when it's displaying.
Well, that's strange because I've seen demos. I've seen demos that were quite fluent.
Yeah.
And you could even see the mouse moves and stuff.
Yeah.
But an animated GIF is like very slow and has some lag. Yeah. So I don't have any transitions in my slides, but I do have a lot of video because I pre-recorded my demo.
Yeah.
And well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine.
If anything, you can provide your slide deck anyways, just in case if it doesn't go the right way, they can. I'm assuming your slide deck is huge because of the videos, but that's fine.
A little bit, yep.
And then Mr. Seabridge, yes, it's nearly 3 and you can have a beer.
3, so there's 3 lost hours already of beer drinking time.
I'll say he's in Manchester. Is there a time that's not beer time?
Yeah.
No.
Hey Rob, how's Robbie doing?
Well, he's in storage, I guess. I was actually over at Boss right now, and we right before the whole COVID event, he decided to bring it back to me. So, but that was cancelled. So.
And now Robbie is socially isolating as well.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a good thing because I hear robots can catch it too.
Well, I've been thinking about doing maybe some version 2 or version 3 of it. There's certainly new technology now, so maybe as a hobby project.
I think if you make a version 2 or 3, you should definitely make it more lethal and add 5G. I heard it's.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing in terms of COVID. Some people think it's related, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it will sure respond quicker with 5G, I guess. Yeah. Let me see. Can you already make me presenter?
Yep, I just made you the presenter.
Okay. Let me see what is. That's strange.
Hey, Mike.
Okay.
Mike is joined.
Hello. I've been here.
Woke up finally.
I'm not awake.
So Mike
I'm ever awake.
Protein shake.
I do have.
I think Mike froze.
Yeah, we lost.
I have a protein shake in a solo cup.
Hey, Rob, do you need any help with sharing your screen?
No, I just I found out that the icon of Dropbox that was hovering over my presentation took the focus, so I needed to shut down some more stuff. But you should see my first slide now.
We do.
Cool. So I think I'm good. There's actually no way to also show the webcam of the others, right? Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay.
We got 10 minutes.
Let me grab the presentation for me real quick, Rob.
Yep.
All right. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but Tamas has been doing some MVP, get to knowing the MVP podcasts, and Derek is helping him out with it. So there's some names known, some names unknown, but they're all part of it. It started off with Derek, and I think I heard Mark and John's. I didn't know Zachary had one out, but
Talked about
Just
DXG.
released it this morning.
There is.
We are planning to release an
Is there a
episode every Monday and Thursday.
Specific order, Tamas? Why you're ignoring someone like Mike as opposed to someone else?
You have to reach out.
Did you reach out?
You can turn your camera on.
No, I'm not brave enough.
Just call me here first.
But thank you for the shout out.
Yeah, no worries. So if you want, if you're an MVP and you want to be interviewed in a podcast, reach out to, what's the email, Tamas? MVP@sitecore.net or .com?
MVP-program.
Sorry, repeat that.
So MVP-program@sitecore.com.
Yep. So reach out to that email address, not to Tamas directly, and
also sign up for Core Sampler to get notification about the new episodes.
Cool. Let me put it back to Rob. All right, we got some more people who donated, which is awesome.
Cool.
Thank you guys. Keep it coming. Like I said, every little bit counts, so don't hesitate. It doesn't have to be $1 million, but if you can, that would be awesome. But any little bit helps, and all the little bits add up to a big number. So we're up to 2,555 euros, which is a lot better than 10 minutes ago.
Awesome. Yeah.
So this is all good. So please do donate whatever amount you possibly can comfortably. I know this is not the right time, unfortunately, because everyone's feeling the pinch, not knowing if your job's going to be there tomorrow morning kind of thing, but things are looking better. Hopefully they'll get back to somewhat of a normalcy when we are on the other side of the curve.
And I think it also helps if you are just sharing the link.
It also helps if you're sharing the link, huh?
All that money that you would normally be spending on coffee or going to the pub take one of those beers and put them towards a donation. That would be helpful.
Yeah, all that money that you're not spending on gas.
Right.
I think I filled up my truck once in a month and a half.
Rob, can you go to the donation slide on your screen, Rob?
Yeah, I can do that.
It should be on the second or the third.
It is. Yep.
There you go. So yeah, we've been promoting this URL on every single session and between sessions. So if people do not know how or where to donate, go to virtual.succon.event/donate, and it should give you a link to go to the donations page. All right. Almost there, a couple more minutes. Again, sorry, the previous talk finished much earlier than we were hoping, so we are having to fill the time in between. But the greatest thing is so far we've been able to run sessions on time, which is great. It especially helps because it's virtual. No running around between rooms, making sure you got the speaker in the house. But so far so good. Only one heart attack and one minor heart attack.
That's a success.
Can you give me the screen for a couple of minutes, Rob?
I can change it to
Yeah, you can do it.
There you go. Yeah, as you can see, that's Mike dancing behind me. That's right, Mike.
Mike going.
They call that.
I just want to give a quick shout out to the Strategy MVP Advisory Council. The third newsletter was just dropped a few days ago. Lots of good information on using Sitecore, all the marketing tools, lots of good useful tips, real life tips. You guys can sign up. The link. So jump onto Slack. It's on the digital strategy. Jump onto the digital strategy channel. There is some area in the community forum coming up as well. Ask questions on Stack Exchange. Use the SMAC hashtag. You can email the team as well, and for the strategy MVPs, join the LinkedIn group as well. Do jump onto Slack and Stack Exchange for all of your Sitecore related questions, especially on Stack Exchange. If you ask questions, it's good for the SEO, it's good for people to find this information in the future whenever they're stuck as well. To sign up to the newsletter, there's this link here. You can sign up. It's a Google form. Add your details on there. So it's the third one, has just been just dropped a few days ago. It's a bi-monthly newsletter, lots of information from everybody throughout the community. So it's not just marketing material coming from Sitecore. It is actual practical tips. So yeah, highly recommend you join all of those group areas. Thanks, guys.
Let me set it back to Rob. All right, Rob, we're a couple of minutes ahead, but if you want, you could get started.
Yes, I will.
Well, maybe just one question came to my mind, because different people choose topics for different reasons, and I don't know if it's part of your presentation, but if it's not, maybe you can start the introduction. Why did you choose this topic? Why do you think it's important for everyone to know about it? And just some things along these lines.
Well, I actually have covered that in my introduction, so.
All right, that's good.
We won't get to it. We won't go into it early then.
Yeah, you have to listen to me like 5 minutes.
Tomas, you have a few minutes to go over the MVP program and what people should be doing to apply for the MVP program.
Oh, maybe in the next break. It takes about half an hour.
Next half hour. We don't have half hour.
No, I'm just
We have a few minutes. Chop, chop.
The few minutes is really like listen to all the MVPs I interviewed before, because it's really all about sharing and your passion towards the technology, what you use day by day. And as the next in the next episode, Shelley mentioned, every little bit counts. So if you have done one project already, you know much more than many more people out there. So if you have just even one solution for a minor problem, just share it. And you know, sharing is caring. So that's all about the MVP program. And of course, mvp.sitecore.com. You can find more information there.
There you go. See,
There you go.
Got it done in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it is really important to share, guys. It's such a big platform, even from, I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and it's such a big platform now that it's impossible to know every piece of the platform, even for us long timers. So there's always something that you have worked on. There's always something you have learned that will benefit the rest of the community. I'm sure you've sat there and banged your head against something for ages and then finally figured it out. Share it, because it will stop us banging in our head trying to figure this thing out as well. And
yeah, and you, sorry, you also get a lot of sharing in return when you do share yourself. I noticed in years that when you go out on a certain topic, you get other perspectives, other people's experience, people sharing that with you as well. So it's really a fun and interesting journey.
And it's a different perspective, right? As long as you're not repeating the same thing, if you have a different perspective on solving the problem or even a different take, but make sure you give credit to any articles or videos or blog posts which you're using in your, you know, research, or which you came across while you're coming up with your own solution. So the original person gets some credit for the hard work they put in.